beer to drink, so people don't leave before drinking more wine and beer, because we're not done after this conversation.
Anybody else? Questions out there?
I have a quick question for Wendy.
Oh, yeah, go.
Are you using a Macintosh computer, and what programs are you using to make the film?
It's interesting that you would ask that. Speaking of DIY and a patchwork quilt of equipment, the film was done on, I think, the first garbage Macintosh. From, I don't know whatever I could get my hands on, I used to make this film. And we were running...
Antiquated,
like Mac, like OS 7 or OS, like 10.7 or 10.8, bootlegged Final Cut programs.
Yes.
And I shot it with an SD camera, at 720 by 480. So it was, that's how it came together.
Wendy gave me a talk once about how she's watching every penny.
Yes.
But I didn't know it was that bad.
It still is. No, it's not bad. It just, that was part of, and Butch and Steve didn't need to hear me bitch and moan about cash flow. Kickstarter was a major step for this film. It never would have been done without 800 people getting on board. And, the morning of the last day of Kickstarter, we only had $60,000, and my target was 120. And you were off. People were just trying to watch basketball at that point. I think it was like March Madness, and we sort of had let it go. I didn't let it go. I started going crazy with this rally cry.
Yeah, no, you were at my home in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Wendy's like, we're going full on. I'm like, I'm gonna just watch some basketball because it's all over, man. We're not gonna hit our goal.
Oh, we should have gone for something lower. And I was like, fuck, But then somebody gave us $10,000, and we didn't know who it was. And then another person bought a Nevermind gold record for $5K.
Wow.
And then somebody used the word rally. It was your sister-in-law. It was Renee. And I started pushing that word, like rally, and I was begging people to double their pledges from $10 to $20, and it started happening. I mean, there's a screenshot that I have on my Facebook page that's 3 hours before our finish line, and we only had $77,000, and we went up to 120. I had Kickstarter people emailing me because they were watching what was happening with the campaign. So it was a testament to insanity, maybe, but it also made me feel accountable to almost 800 people, and it really helped finish the film. It didn't give me an HD camera, it didn't give me an edit suite, but it let me have the environment to make the film, and I needed time to do that, and I needed space to do it.
You do not want to make a documentary film. Let me tell you all right now. You do not want to make a documentary film.
Any other questions? Oh, yes.
Goes back to my question for Wendy. You're a perfectionist, Butch is a perfectionist. If you get more content, will you alter this film?
I think that, somebody sent me an email recently that said, this is what the title of the film should be. And it was this title, and it said, the title was The Studio Dies at the End.
Oh, I remember that.
And and I texted Butch, and I rarely do this, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is cool. Where does he get off thinking that this is the title? And I was really, it triggered me enormously.
And also, it came from a good friend of ours who we love,
Yes.
and we're like, what the fuck is this? This is a terrible title.
Yeah, it was just a terrible title. And I had coffee with a friend the next day, my friend Craig Werner, who's a writer and who really had my back for 6 years on making this film. He was very supportive on how I was working the story. And he said, who gives a fuck about the title? It's the 90 minutes that you care about. So I have to let go things that might be attached to this movie. If something came on board that really altered the story in a way that we all felt was significant enough to insert it, I'm open to it. But I feel like, I'm sort of pushing it out into the world as fast as I can so that I don't have to go back into the editing suite,
Trust me, I watched the film. It's hard to watch myself on screen. I'm like, I could have articulated that better.
Yeah.
I could have said it a little clearer or more concise. And like what you said, you just have to let it go.
Yeah.
But so much content is still coming in. I think there will be some addendum thing.
Yeah,
It just may be a
definitely.
post thing if you go, on the website, or at some point
Yeah, yeah.
we're going to post little vignettes and
Yeah.
a lot as well as a lot of the music. As I said earlier, there's so many
Yeah.
bands that are not mentioned in the film that
Yeah.
deserve to be part of the story. So
Yeah.
there will be some sort of postscript that will probably be
Yeah.
available on the internet,
Definitely.
on our website.
And
And
a
I-
Spotify playlist.
Yes, that's coming.